Okay, good. How was it so far, guys? Am I fast? Do you think is it useful what I'm doing? Because how was it so far? You can say something on the Zoom group chat. May I continue? Okay, do you hear me, guys? Okay, good.
Yes.
Good, yeah. Let's make it somehow interactive because I don't know if you don't say anything what's happening because it's remote, right? So let's keep going, checking data types and casting. Actually, we didn't say much about data types. Before that, okay, let me see. Before that, let's just talk about the data types itself. Data types. We saw what is this? Types. Data types can be divided into two major groups, actually, and this is primitive data types, primitive data types, and non-primitive data types. These two major groups. In this category, we have arrays and object literal, and function. And in this group, actually, we have number. I should use number and strings. Okay. We have numbers, strings. Sometimes, you know, I am also adding people from left and right, and the internet might not good from my side or other side. I don't know. Yes, so I'm adding some people coming to the meeting so that distract my attention. I am back. Good. Numbers, strings, and booleans, undefined, null, and what else? Let's just keep this for a while now. So let's try 3.14. Let's year 2020. These are number data types. In JavaScript, it doesn't matter if it's a decimal or floating number or integer. All are just number data types. And the string, we've been talking about string already. So for instance, city, Helsinki, because I have used the country already, Helsinki. A sentence, let sentence, we are learning JavaScript. I have to remove this. So this is string data type, Boolean, let is summer, that's true. Let is rainy, false. So Boolean values are either true or false. Now let's move on to undefined. Undefined, if we don't declare a value, for instance, is let is married. I just left this like this. Oh, sorry. I left something like this. So if I print console.log is married, let's see the value. What's it's going to be undefined, right? Undefined. Because in JavaScript, if we leave the value without assigning, if we leave the variable without assigning a value, and the values could be undefined. Great. So let's move on. This kind of data types, these are different data types, and having a very good understanding of Java, data types, different data types can help you to know certain programming language fast and to master it actually. Great. How about now? Let's some value, you may just put null. And there's no much difference between undefined and null, but they are not equivalent. No. Null by itself is an object data type. Okay, so now let's check data type using console.log. We can use the type of operator to check what data type that is. Pi is, it is number, right? And console.log type of year. As you can see, it's number. Console.log type of city. String. Okay, great. Console.log type of is summer. You may expect is summer is going to be Boolean. What do you think the value of is married? Of course, actually we did. What is going to be? Console.log type of type of should be undefined. So as you can see, it is undefined data type. But let's declare something value equal to null. This value console.log type of now value. Yeah, for your surprise, null is an object data type. Even though it's an object data type, it's a primitive data type too. But when you check it, it gives you an object data type. Yeah, one person is couldn't manage to log in. I don't know why. I have tried to get him in. What's the maybe I don't know if he may not have a very good internet connection. Omolola. Good. Let's move on. As you can see, there is different data types here, and also casting different data types. Now let's move on to casting. What does that casting means? Actually changing one to another. For instance, you may get like num 10, something like this. This is not a number. If you check the type, console.log, type of num, it's going to be string. It's a string, so we have to change it by the way, we can change, if I put plus sign here, it will be changed to number. Have you seen? Yeah, so I can change it like this by adding plus sign. So the plus sign convert the string to, or you can add parse int this to something like this. So as you can see, it's going to be number again, or you can, but let's also see the value console.log number. It's not number, it's num. Yeah, num. But before that, it looks, even the color is actually gray. You can identify it. So as you can see, it's gray, but if I add plus sign now, it's going to be number. And you can also use number. Yes, if he, could Joe communicate with him and try to get him if he managed? Now also another person is trying to join. Yes, but I think I can see that it seems an internet connection. Yeah, one person joined. Welcome, Anini. Okay, or we can use just a number to cast number, something like this. And now we managed to, yes. Great. Yes. Do you have any questions? As you can see here, string to float, we can change strings to float. And here, string to int. First, we have this string, and then we change it to int using the plus or parse int. Because if we use, for instance, parse float, it changes to parse float. It may change to, actually, it doesn't change to, yeah, so it didn't change to any floating number, so it's okay. But I just wonder now, 9.8, we have 9.8. And if we say parse int, what would be the value? Yeah, of course it should be, because now as you can see, we have 9.81. If we use parse int, actually, we are changing this floating number to integer. So we should, if we want, we should just keep parse float, and then we get the right number, the exact number. Okay, so and that is converting one to another, but don't try to convert a string to number. For instance, this step. You don't try to convert this to anything, okay? No, you don't take it. you don't change text to number, okay? But if the number originally is like, if it is like number, stringified number, we can get it back to number. Okay, so these are the different exercises you may practice by yourself. It's easy going, and everything what we have covered is here. Yes, so try to check it out. Data types, and now I think it seems a very good time to talk about operators. Let num 1 is equal to 3, and let num 2 is equal to 4. And you may imagine the sum is going to be num 1 plus num 2. And if we want to see the result, console.log and sum. Yes. And it should be 5, right? Actually, 3 plus 4 is 7, not 5. Okay. Sorry. Product. Is that product or difference? Difference. And then 2. I don't like negative numbers, so I am subtracting from the bigger. Okay, num 1. So let's print console.log def the difference. That means, yeah, 4 minus 1 is 3. So let's see the product. Let product 3 multiply, no, num1 times num2 and print console.log product. And as you can see, 3 by 4 is 12. Now let's let a division. Let's divide 3 by 4. I think that's, and it's good to have also spacing because it makes your code clean and easy to read. Console.log or division. As you can see, it's 0.75. And I think he's coming now. Let's try to help him to join again. But yeah, he has an internet connection, a very problem. Okay, good. That's what we got. Okay. Okay, so let me just try to figure out. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Let div we divide. Now let us see remainder. Remainder. For instance, the remainder for modulus 3. This, the percentage sign is actually means after we divide this, we get a value. It could be 0 if it's divisible, but if it's not divisible, we get the remainder. So we can store that remainder here. We call it modulus. So console.log, the remainder will be, I think, 1, right? How about if I divided 9 by 4, what will be the remainder? By 2, actually. It's going to be, yeah, okay. How about by 5? By 5, yeah, that's good. 9 divided by 5, the remainder is 4. That's a very good result. So instead of the here also, let's put it num2, num1. Last, let exponential, when num, for instance, 2, the power of 2. What is to the power of 2? I want the answer from the audience. To the power of 2. What's to the power of 2? I'm waiting. Oh, no one is answering. So let's move on. The answer is 4. It's already here. But how about if I change it to the power of 3? It should be 8. And to the power of 10, everybody knows it. And it's 1024. So here is also, we can say 2, num1, the power of num2. So that means num1 is 3, and num1 is 2, 3 the power of 4, it could be 81. Great, I think we finished operators, arithmetic operators, and then logical operators. Actually, I think before that we should learn comparison operators. For some reason, it is moved here, comparison operators. Where are they? Okay, comparison operators, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, exactly equal to, not equal to, not exactly equal to. Sorry for this. So let's see this. Print, sorry, it should be console.log, and 2 is greater than 1. And that's obvious, right? Everybody knows this. And console.log, 2 is less than 1. 2 is less than 1. 2 is less than 1, that should be false. How about console.log, 2 is greater than or equal to 1? 2 is greater than or equal to 1. Of course, it's true. How about here, console.log, 2 is less than or equal to 1? This should be false because 2 is. How about this? Console.log, I want someone to come to the mic and tell me, how about the value of this? 2 is equal to 2. Okay, so yeah, I'm waiting for the answer. What is this? Of course, it should be true, right? Console.log to, how about this?
True.
This, no? This should be
This
true.
should be false. The second one should be false.
There?
Yeah.
This should be false?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because the second two is like a string
Mm-hmm.
and the first one is number.
Yeah, yeah, good trial. And if it was Python, yes, it should be false.
Okay.
But in JavaScript, it is true actually. Because in JavaScript, we have an additional console.log to, this is false actually. This is false. This one just to check the value. The value, it doesn't check the data type. The
Okay.
value is 2, the value is 2. Their data type is different, so it doesn't check. 2 equal sign doesn't check data type, it just check value. But when it comes to this stage, it's going to be false. So let's see the result. As you can see, it's false, but the second, this one is true. So you have to know this one. So it's safe to use 3 equal sign whenever you want to okay, good. Um, let's move on. So what we saw is actually comparison operators. Yeah, this is all about comparison operators. Maybe something with a console.log 2 is different from 2. How about this one? Sorry. Is it true or false? Yeah, you can tell him to try. Yeah, sorry. You can tell him to try as many times as possible. I will keep accepting him if he managed to get in. Just let him know that just to try as many times as possible. I will keep just trying to accept him. Yes. Yeah, what would be the answer for this? Yes.
Shouldn't it be false?
Yes, this should be false because this means the opposite of this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's write also the opposite of this one. The opposite of okay, how? Yes, the session is about to end in 10 minutes. Console.log to, so do you, how about this one?
Shouldn't it be true?
Yes, it should be true because this is false. So this is the opposite of this one. So it's true. Great. But just to check and to be sure, it is good to be sure when it comes to programming. You never know. There might be unexpected things. Okay, then I think that is the comparison operators. Yeah, now it's time to move on to logical operators. It's here actually. So and means like if two things is true. 4 is greater than 3, that's true. 10 is greater than 5, that's true. If two things are true, if the two operands are true, then it should be true. We have here true, but this one is false. Then the end result will be false. And this one is false, and this one is false. Then if two operands are false, the value will be false. The opposite of and, we have this OR operator. True, true gives us true. True, false gives us true. False, false gives us false. In this case, there is one case we get true value when all the operands are true. But in this case, we get false only if both the operands are false. Then I think if we cover that, let's move on to conditionals. Yes, conditionals. So conditions, we use if, if reserved word or keyword, and then we put condition here. A very good example I can start with let number is equal to 5. I may say if number is greater than 0, I just print something console.log. The number is greater than 0. Great. So if you go here, the number is greater than 0. But how about if I change this -5? No value, you don't see anything. So if condition works, that means if this condition is true, this part of the code run. But if this condition is not true, there is nothing to run. So now let's add else to run when this one is not running. So console.log the number is less than 0. The number is less than 0. Okay. But how about if this is 0 itself? The number is less than 0, it says. No. So we have to add additional else if number is equal to 0 itself, then we can put console.log the number is 0. Now our code works properly. Is it 0? Yes, it gave us 0. How about if I put this to 10? Then the number is greater than 0. Is it greater than 0? Yes. How about if I change this to -10? And as you can see, the number is less than 0. Great. And so now we saw if condition, if else, and if else if. Okay. Another more condition. Let is rainy true. If is rainy is equal to true. Console.log take your raincoat. Identify this rainy has been already declared. So I can just reuse that one by changing the value is rainy. As you can see, take your raincoat. How about it is false? Then nothing. So I have to add additional else. Console.log, go out freely. No need for raincoat. Yeah, go out freely. But actually, in life, conditions are quite a lot. It could be rainy, cloudy, or shiny, no one knows. So instead of this one, let's change this to maybe instead of true and false, let's change this to let weather is rainy. And also instead we change this weather to rainy. And then else if weather, oh no, weather cloudy. So console.log, it is cloudy. But I think it is not one, so we should put it 2. But even to be safe, you can use 3 equal signs. Then let us see this with this one, just what reference rain is not defined. Where are we using it? Yeah, sorry. Rainy. I should start something like this. Take your raincoat. How about if I put changes to cloudy? It's cloudy. How about if I put nothing? And go out freely, because else is the case which doesn't satisfy the above conditions. So it goes something like that. We can add more cases by copying this, but copy is not good. Else if, weather, and again, shiny or sunny. Console.log, it is such a bright day. Then let's try with sunny. It is such a bright day. Maybe we like to get the data from users. So prompt enter, yeah, so enter weather